Welcome everyone, mate talk time. Excited to be before you. I have my mate. I hope you have an awesome drink that you're enjoying. Kevin does, sorry, I just spilled some water. Kevin does hot water. As he said in his Chinese or Asian accent, hot water cures everything. On that, how funny was Kevin when he rolled in and his own theme song, he's da 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 da. I've been doing da 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 everywhere. Like I go into the car and I'm like da 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 da. Anyway, all right. So today is actually Monday in Australia because tomorrow being Tuesday, I'm flying out. I'm going to the US. I'm looking forward to being. I'm looking forward to being in the States again. The last time I traveled was pre-COVID, and anyway, long story. So I'm looking forward to being in LA. I love LA. I love the energy of that city. I love the it's just crazy. It's such an intense city. So we'll be doing that meetup, going to the Neiman Marcus store on Saturday. So this coming Saturday, which is crazy, we will be doing the meetup at that Neiman Marcus. 11 a.m. is when I'll be there. If you are going, I've had a few people sort of reach out through YouTube saying, I'll be there, which is so cool. So it was actually, shout out to Fred, my consigliere. He's actually flying over for this. So Fred, MVP right there. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that. It will be great to meet you in person, by the way, my friend. We've been speaking a lot through YouTube and whatnot. So it will be, it'll be exciting to actually meet a lot of these people, a lot of you guys, including Fred, so that's what I meant to say. Now, if you are planning to join, I'd love you to send me a DM, and the reason for that is that gives me a chance to, if you've got a photo of you on your, I'm gonna do a bit of stalking, so that when I see you, I know your name, so we not dispense with the hi, what's your name scenario, because sometimes a lot of people have their own sort of handles on YouTube, and yeah, just so I know your name, it just makes it that much more personable. So yeah, if DM me, if you're going to be there, look, if you can't make it in the end, it's no sweat. But if you are there, that'll be awesome. The idea behind the meetup is really just to connect. That's the bottom line, and get to know one another, and also bring something that is unique that you're enjoying. I know Neiman Marcus has a really good collection, but if they don't have that particular fragrance, then please bring it along. If there's something that is US based, so I know that here in Australia we don't get a lot of US brands. Bond No. 9 is one of them, Le Labo, but there's not much else, you see. So if there's any cool, yeah, I'm sure there is some cool local brands from the US. If you have those and you like to show them off, I'd love to smell them. I'd love to experience those. So please bring that along. Now afterwards, I did mention that we would catch up for a bite to eat. And so if you can hang around a little bit longer, it would be cool to hang out a bit more. I mentioned two places, Guisados, which is a taqueria, and the other one being, sorry, let me turn that off, and the other one being a burger place. I'm gonna make an executive decision here. And I know that I can be outvoted, Steve Jobs style when the first Apple, when he got kicked out. But I'm hoping you guys won't outvote me. I'd like to go to the taqueria. So good Mexican food isn't something that we have here in Australia. And I've done some bit more research on Guisados, and it looks awesome. It looks, the menu is pretty extensive. I also looked at price point, so I think it's pretty reasonable, so it's not gonna be, if you're on a budget, then it's not gonna be crazy. There's also a diverse menu. There is vegetarian options and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that you guys agree that Guisados is the choice. We can go get a bite to eat from afterwards. Now, I will be bringing two perfumes from ANKA KUS. I want to thank Ali Erkekli. Grazie, amigo. He gave me 2 bottles to take to the US as giveaways for you guys. So anyone who's there, we won't do it in Neiman Marcus. They're like, what are these guys doing? But we'll do it, even if you can't make it for lunch, we'll do it prior to lunch or whatever it may be. And that way, whoever comes along, I'd love to do a bit of a raffle and give away these 2 bottles. I think that's pretty much it. I look forward to seeing you guys. I'm very excited. And so, yeah, it would be cool to connect. I want to thank the beautiful people of T2M. T2M is a local distribution importer of niche perfumery here in Australia. And one of the brands that they have is Carner Barcelona. Now, they gifted me this bottle. This is a brand new release from Carner. It's called Revolucion, and it is to celebrate I guess the Industrial Revolution. But they're doing it from let's see. Okay, so Carner is a Spanish brand based in Barcelona. Say it like the Spanish, and their fragrances are just incredible. So if you haven't experienced Elborn, just to give you an example, Elborn, man, that thing is gorgeous. Bobo, another one. Latin Lover, forget about it. So they have a great collection, really, really expansive, very diverse. This one here is the brand new one. Supposedly, it actually got released this week. And so, as I mentioned, T2M, thank you guys for gifting me this bottle and giving me a chance to experience it. Okay, so this is, so when you think Revolution, okay, so there's another brand called Trudon, and they too have a bottle called, or sorry, a fragrance called Revolution. Trudon being a French, and their Revolution is about the French Revolution. Now that is the most incredible gunpowder, in-your-face, explosive fragrance. I mean, if you haven't experienced that, if you want really good punchy, really good winter fragrance, then the Trudon Revolution is pretty impressive. Revolution, on the other hand, is a lot more subtle. So I'm just testing. I've only had 2 sprays of this so far, or 2 wears of this so far. When I was at T2M, I did wear it, I did spray it on. It starts off with this very beautiful, so if you like leather, then you need to check this out. It has this saffron note in that opening, and saffron creates this wonderful suede but amberiness component to it. It does have a leather accord in the base. So on first spray, it's this leather component that comes out. However, so sometimes leather can be a bit heavy and can be very winter sort of leaning. There is, and I don't know what this means, all right, but there's an oxygen accord in the opening. And and I don't know whether it's inception or whether it's this oxygen accord that's occurring, but it has this lightness to this leather, and it also has like a metallic component to it. To my nose, I'm getting, not metallic in a heavy sort of champagne, you know, that sometimes champagne has a metallic sort of scent profile to it. there's something else. I mean, again, I've only had 2 wears. So I came from T2M to the office. Sandra, my wife, came in. I said to her, do you like the fragrance? Can you smell my fragrance? She said, actually, I smelled it when I walked in. She came in close. She's like, that's very pleasant. It's very nice. It's kind of light. She didn't detect that leather component. I wore it again yesterday as my day fragrance. And at the moment I sprayed, she's like, ooh, I don't like that. She's not a leather person. She doesn't like anything that's too leathery in its construct. She's not a huge fan of. So she said, I don't like that. I didn't say anything. I'm like, oh, okay, no worries. You know, I'm just testing out a new fragrance. Then deeper in the day, I went back similar to what happened when I was in the office. I was in the dry down. I said, what do you think of the fragrance now? And she's like, oh, is that the same fragrance? I'm like, it is. She's like, it smells completely different. And it does. So it starts off, even though it does have a leather accord in the base, somehow that leather is tempered. I don't know what it is. I know there's also thyme. So not that it has a herbal component. There's a different thing going on. The truth is, I've only had 2 wears of it. So I'm still in the discovery phase. Off the cuff, I recommend this. So here in Australia, I'm going to say Law Perfumery, or here in Melbourne, Law Perfumery have the Carner range. I'd go check them out. I'd check out Revolucion. I think it's something that is going to be, if you like leather, you're going to be surprised by this particular fragrance. I'd recommend it. But I am going to test more. I'm going to get more of an understanding as to how this fragrance works. Boom. All right, let me take a small drink, please. So I'm going to do something a little bit special, and I want to thank my wife, Sandra, for the suggestion. I won't take credit for this. It was Sandra's idea. Whenever I go anywhere in the world, or whenever I go travel, I always take a fragrance or fragrances, depending how long I'm going to be. And the reason for that is because I want to connect olfactory memories to the location. If I know that I'm going to be busy and not buy any fragrances, so heads up, when we do the Paris tour, I'm not bringing any fragrances because, yeah, the intention is that I want to take advantage of what's happening in Paris. But for this trip here, I am taking some fragrances with me, and I've been slowly, first, the US is like super hot. I know that you've just started your fall, but you guys are still, it's summer. For us here, I mean, today is very ordinary here in Melbourne. So I'm going to summer. And I got super excited. I lined up all these summer fragrances, and I had a fairly big collection. For those who know, when I do the reviews, you see that table? I lined up that table full of perfumes. I whittled it back down to 10, but I'm only gonna take 5. Now, these are all incredible summer fragrances. I'm about to share what they are, not in any particular order. If you would like to participate, and again, thank you, Sandra, for this idea, I'm going to do a bit of a promo. Not a promo, a little bit of a game, all right? But anyone who can guess the 5 fragrances that I'm bringing from this 10 that I'm about to share, I'll send you something, all right? So you'll get a little something. If you're overseas, if you're outside of the LA and stuff, I'll send you something. If you're in LA, you're going to be at that meetup, I'll buy you lunch. I'm hoping, I have a lot of Samoan friends, and Samoans have a very healthy appetite. We sometimes go to these all-you-can-eat, and the moment that they see us coming, the owners, they're like, oh no. So they have a very healthy, so I'm hoping that there are no Samoans who are coming to meet me at the, otherwise there goes my budget. But I'll buy you lunch, all right? So if you can guess the 5 fragrances that I'm bringing to the US, then we'll do something. So if anywhere in the world, I'll send you a little something. Now here is the photo. All right, so just so you know, so that you don't feel like I'm gonna, cheat or, try to find a way out of this. You can see the photo, you can see the picture in the background. For those who know, that is a shag, and I'm putting a pin on that because I want to tell you more about that. So these are the 5 fragrances. As you can see, I've blocked them out so that you can't tell what they are, but that will be the photo. Next week, I'll slowly reveal. Now, for those who are meeting me at the meetup, put in before this Friday. So put in on the comments what you think my 5 fragrances are, and if you're correct, then yes, I'll buy you lunch. And next week I'll reveal what they are for everybody else. Okay. So these are not in any particular order. Every one of these, and I'm not going to give you any clues because the truth is I would like to take all 10 of these, but I don't have, well, not that I don't have room in my luggage, but I don't want to be carrying this much fragrances. Okay. The first one that I'd like to share. As a summer fragrance, I know that everybody knows AVENTUS, but I love AVENTUS cologne. As a summer fragrance, this thing is phenomenal. Everything that you love about AVENTUS, the pineapple note, that cedar wood, woody, leathery in the base with like a mossy woods to it. But I find that the AVENTUS cologne has a real beautiful brightness on that opening. It's almost like a grapefruit. There's something, it has more of a lift citrus-wise in that opening. So I find that this one lasts on me really well. The sillage on this is incredible. This is tried, tested, and phenomenal. So if you want a really good summer fragrance, AVENTUS cologne. Will I be bringing this? Who knows, right? The next one that I'd like to put forward as an incredible summer fragrance is GREASQUE by SORA. So those who know Torino 21 by Xerjoff, it has this, so the Xerjoff version has this very almost sugary citrus opening, minty, it's vibrant, it's alive, it's sunshine, it's glorious. This one here does it a little bit different. Similar, but not the same, meaning that it does have a citrus opening, it does have a mint component, but then it goes more into herbal, almost aquatic. It has a sea breeze-ness to it. It comes off that, so Torino 21 is very citrus, very, just alive. I use alive a lot, but you know what I mean, sunshine. It's sunshine, whereas this one here, still vibrant and fresh, but I feel like it has a bit more, I don't know, there's more going on here. So as a summer fragrance, this one here flies really low on the radar, in my opinion. Everyone talks about Gladiator. Yes, it is gorgeous. I love GREASQUE. So as a summer fragrance, on point. Will I be bringing that? One that is a recent find, and I've just fallen in love with. Anybody I show this to them, they're like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? And that is BDK's Villa Neroli. I mean, if you haven't, this is a new one. I think it's only about a year or so old. I love orange blossom, and I love that beautiful, that citrus, but also floral component. That it has its own unique personality. This is then wrapped around this vanilla nectar component to it. It dries down musky. So it's one of those, it starts vibrant and floral, but then it does settle down great on anybody, man, woman, child. And so, but as a summer fragrance, this is spectacular. So Villa Neroli, will I be bringing this? Who knows, right? You need a good citrus fragrance in your collection. And look, I love Neroli Mediterrano. It did got bumped because I thought if I bring Villa Neroli, then two Neroli style fragrances wouldn't work. So this one here is Bergamotto di Calabria, and this one is more green citrus. There is that neroli in the heart with some jasmine. Evolution here is fantastic. On the base, there are woods, so it does have good longevity, but as a summer fragrance, Bergamotto is just, and then as a layering fragrance, this is spectacular. So a big recommendation. As a summer fragrance, I would recommend that to you. I'm gonna take a small drink, excuse me. So what are you thinking so far? The process of elimination, what could it be? What could it be? Let me have a look, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, no, yeah, I thought I had more than 10 here. Next one, okay. I want to see how this performs in summer. Over the weather here is kind of moderate. I feel that the performance on this is very good. I'm intrigued. So I thought it would be cool to bring a fragrance that has leather components to it, but it does have, I feel like it does have a bit of a summer or a spring feel to it. And I'm thinking that maybe the weather in the US would support this. So it's a bit of a gamble because, you know, am I taking up suitcase space for something that I don't really know? But over the last 2 tests that I've done already, I'm like, this is good. I'm enjoying it. But I want to now see what's the sillage like, what's its projection like. So I am considering putting this in the lineup, or have I already put it in the lineup? Next one is tried and tested Gentle Fluidity Silver. You guys have heard me talk about this baby for quite some time now. It's aromatic, it's masculine leaning, although Sandra loves wearing this, by the way. So Sandra does, she comes to the office and actually sprays this. But for me, this is a really good aromatic summer fragrance. It's vibrant, it has that coriander note, a little bit of nutmeg, which creates that sort of spicy component to it. Woods in the base, lasts forever. I know the sillage on this, the projection on this, the longevity on this, it's just alive, and it's just superb for a summer, in a summer sort of scape. You get it. All right, moving on. Next one is, you need an evening fragrance, in my opinion. So this is SOLEIL de JEDDAH, and it's the Mango Kiss one. This is Stefan Humbert Luca. This is just incredible. People, gorgeous. People see this as a winter leaning kind of fragrance, which it does. It actually performs really well in winter. I love this in summer. I feel that mango tropical of it with that iris. It's just, I don't know, it's just, I wore it in our summer here. This is when I was first testing this under Kevin's recommendation, because I went to get God of Fire, and he's like, no, so taking nothing away from God of Fire, great fragrance, incredible, beautiful fragrance, but I think that this one trumps it. If you like that mango note, I feel that SOLEIL de JEDDAH does a really, really good job when it comes to that mango creaminess of it, and also with, like I said, that iris and that powderiness. Longevity on skin is glorious. Projection is phenomenal. In a summer evening, forget about it. I'd recommend that one. All right, next one. Let's go this way. This is another new one. So this is Town & Country. When I was with Michael Marzano, he recommended this to me. Well, actually, I tested. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like next level amazing. And yeah, this was my pick in that lineup that we did together. This is really incredible. Longevity on this was phenomenal. I don't know about it, but again, I'm testing now because projection and all that sort of stuff. I do see it as a bit more of a summer evening fragrance too. There is a freshness in there. Michael was saying that it does have oud in the base. I didn't detect that oud component. For me, it was still very vibrant, not overtly aromatic, I don't think. But again, I haven't worn it enough to really make a full decision on it, and this is why I thought it would be good to go away, test it in a summer climate and see how it performs. Will I be bringing that one? Who knows, right? All right, 2 more. I know this is tough for the people outside of Australia. ANKA KUS are still developing their sort of network when it comes to availability across the world. When you can, Aussies get onto this one. This is VERTIVERTE, and it is, did I say that right? VERTIVERTE, yeah. I always say, I like the way Ali says it. Anyway, this is his vetiver inclusion. Now, sometimes vetiver can be very earthy and sort of, not heavy, but earthy green. This is vibrant, this is barbershop, this is alive, this is masculine, this is summer, this is, I think there is some citruses in that open. It's just beautiful. This is a gorgeous fragrance, summertime, just pure happiness. So VERTIVERTE in summer, just incredible. Last one, but good drink. I love all things Ormond Man, and I love all things Ormond Jane. So Ormond Man is one that I'm constantly sharing with friends and people around me. Ormond Woman is amazing too, by the way. So if you are a couple, Ormond Man, Ormond Woman together, they use, or it uses both the hemlock note in both of these. Ormond Woman a little bit more accentuated with florals. Ormond Man a lot more aromatic woods, but together just gorgeous. This is EVERNIA. This is really, now this can be, so Sandra's wearing this, I've been wearing this. It does have almost a similar structure to Ormond Man, except that it stays lighter, I feel. I feel like there's more aromatics in here as a summer fragrance, but are being just gorgeous. I know, so the heat is, I mean, like there's an area called Palm Springs. I'll tell you about that in a second. And I think in Palm Springs, this fragrance will just pop. It'll just be just glorious. So Ormond Jane as a brand, EVERNIA is the fragrance, and I'd strongly recommend it for those who haven't tested this one out just yet. There's the 10. So write in the comments 5 of these fragrances. I'm only going to bring 5 that you think that I will be bringing. If you are a member of the channel, then you have an extra one. You get 6. You're gonna get a wild card. All right, I'm gonna give you an extra choice. So if you you can choose 6 and see if you can get those 5. If you happen to be, as I said, in LA, and I'll buy you lunch. And if you are around the world, I'll send you something special. Talking about members, have a look at this. Let me just turn this baby on. How am I doing? 23 minutes. I'm trying to get it under the 28 before it dies on me. Boom, look at this. All right, so I've been talking about how I want to raffle off NUIT NOMADE, the sample set. Actually, it's behind me somewhere. I won't go out of the shot. The sample set, for those who've seen it, is just gorgeous. 10 samples. Now, to be a member, it's $4 Aussie, $4 a month. Actually, now with the current exchange rate, it works out to be, I think, 28 cents in the US, and I think 22 cents in Europe. So very cost effective. This gift set is valued at 30 or 40 euro. 40 euro. So boom. So someone from this collection here is about to win this beautiful gift set from NUIT NOMADE. I'll send it to you guys anywhere around the world. For all those members, thank you for being a member. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Oh, by the way, Philippe, you're in here, mate. You could win again. RQ Wallace. Boom. RQ Wallace, congratulations. So RQ Wallace, send me a DM. Tell me, I'm going to stop this. Give me 1 second. Send me a message if you, I was going to say, if you happen to be there. No, that's, I was going to say, I could bring but that's my discovery set. I love that thing. Send me a DM, send me your address. Please include your phone number because I'm going to need that so that I can send that across to you. And yeah, I'll send that over. That's congratulations and well done. So this photo again. So for those who want to participate in the choosing the 5 fragrances, that photo in the back, see that print in the background, that's a shag. So for those who know, the artist is Josh AGLE. He uses the last 2 letters, or the last 2 and the first 2 to create the name shag. The guy is just a genius. I've loved his art for forever. I have a number of these pieces. Those who are familiar with the channel, you see that I actually use his art in the background. I love pop art. I love these colors. I love if you look at the imagery, there's a lot going on. There's all these like hidden messages in the actual print. It's just phenomenal. Anyway, I thought, through Hail Mary, I guess, would be cool. I'm going to the US. Wouldn't it be cool to actually meet Josh? So I sent a message out to his agent and I got a response back. And I said, look, this is what I'm doing, blah, blah, boom. I'd love to interview Josh in Palm Springs. They came back, they had a look at the channel. They said, look, love your content, love what you guys are doing. Sorry about that. And they said, let me speak to Josh and see if there is a chance. Now, there is a chance. So it could just be, I'm letting it flow. But so far, it looks like I'll have an opportunity to meet Josh AGLE in his Palm Springs boutique. I'm planning to bring him 3 fragrances from Australia. Flaner, a new house that's been launched. And apart from obviously talking about his art, his motivation, and all the things that he loves when it comes to his creativity, because this man honestly is a genius, I'm going to get him to choose. So these fragrances are from my collection. There are 3 that I absolutely love. He's going to smell these and he's going to choose something that he likes, and I'm going to give that as a gift. So this is something different, completely different. It'll be interesting to see how this all turns out. But for those who are interested in anything shag or anything when it comes to this sort of pop art style, look out for this episode that will be coming up. I'm trying to include some fragrance in there because obviously this is a fragrance channel, but this is, anyway, I'm fanboying a little bit. And I want to be, not that I want to be cool when I get there, ice cold, but I do want to not be too, goofy like. As I meet Josh, I'm like, you're awesome, man. I really love you. That would get weird real fast. Anyway, it'll be exciting. I hope Josh didn't watch this part. He's going to go, nope, I'm out. This guy's crazy. Anyway, thanks everyone. Hope you enjoyed that episode. I will be, when this video comes out, I will be in the US, and that makes me super excited. I look forward to seeing anyone who can make it to the meetup on Saturday. See you on the next Monte Talk. And I beat the clock. Boom.